Dallas.
And this is A Different Perspective. Today's topic is bullying.
One thing's for sure, no matter what your background, no matter where you come from, we all have one thing in common. Either you know a bully, or you've seen bullying, or you've been bullied.
Like Patrick said, all of us either know a bully, we've seen bullying, or we've been bullied. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, all of the above, except for I was never the bully, but I have definitely been bullied. I can account for a time in my life when I was just in middle school and I was bullied consistently on a day-to-day basis. I was made fun of about my height and about my weight. Specifically, I was a skinny girl. I was a scrawny one. I was the little one in the group. So everyone made fun of, oh, she's so skinny, she looks like a skeleton. Or, oh, you look like, someone like a broomstick with no curves. Or she's straight up and down like a board. You name it, I heard it. I was called skeleton, Skeletor. Olive oil from Popeyes because she was so skinny and scrawny. And I can tell you this, people, no matter what form of bullying, it hurts. Because teasing, taunting, being made fun of is a form of bullying. Regardless of what you call it, it's bullying. So what happened in all these times that I was bullied, I just closed into this shell of feeling depressed and having low self-esteem and not being assured of myself and very self-conscious about my body. I didn't like my body. I never wanted to wear short pants because my legs were so skinny. So eventually over time of being hurt and all of this pent up frustration that it came to a head with me and my bully. Going through a whole entire school year of being bullied by this person to one day, the last day of school, on that school bus, I'll never forget when I snapped. The moment that bully went in on me and all the kids began to laugh, inside myself, I was enraged. So at that bus stop, we get off that bus and he continued to poke fun of me and everybody continued to laugh. Guess what? The bullied fought back and I was the bullied. The bully was there to just taunt and harass and I lost it. I snapped, I jumped on my bully, don't recommend this, but it was fisticuffs. Yes, I jumped on my bully, I beat him up, fist, punching, kicking, screaming. Well, he's on the bottom screaming. Everyone laughed at the bully. And in that moment, it was a reversal of roles, meaning I got the courage to stand up for myself and to fight for myself. And in that moment, my feeling of shame and sadness changed. It ended that day because I had the courage to stand up for myself. And no matter what form of bullying it is, you must stand up for yourself. Agreed?
Exactly.
And I know that a lot of you out there can relate to that. And some of you are saying, well, yeah, I've been bullied, but I'm an adult. I'm a grown person. And I'm suffering a different form of abuse. And that's why the show is called A Different Perspective. Because I'm sure Patrick can shed some light on different ways that you can be bullied. And I'm sure some of you can relate that I witnessed bullying, but I didn't have the courage to stand up for this person. I saw this person constantly taunting someone else. So you're a witness. If you're a standby and you don't speak up, you're a part of the problem. So we're going to discuss that as well. Either you're the bully, you have seen bullying, or you have been bullied. Which one are you?
Yeah, and just as Shapprell was saying, if you stood around at some point in time and watched bullying take place and you didn't say anything or do anything, you are an enabler. An enabler is a person who stand around and watch it and pretend that, well, because I'm not the one that's doing it, well, I'm just fine. No, because if you allow something like that to happen, then you're watching it go down and somewhat obviously are getting a kick out of it, because if you're not, then you would stop it. So the thing is, don't stand around and watch anything like that go down, because you know what bullying does. You probably know how bullying feels. So if you watch someone else go through something that you know you don't like or you wouldn't like, well, why would you allow that to go down? So here's the thing. If you see something, say something, because we could all eradicate bullying if we would just all stand up, stand together, and when we see it pop its ugly head, we stamp it out, because there's no place in our society for bullies.
And one thing I want to piggyback on what Patrick said, we can all help eradicate it. We're not saying that there will never, ever, ever be any more bullying anywhere in the world. However, we can make a strong impact if we come together and have a little bit compassion, which it sounds weird, for the person that's being the bully, because hurt people hurt people. And if you are a bully, and if you know a bully, just stop for a second and think to yourself, where did that come from? What makes this person want to hurt other people? Because they've been hurt. They're hurting. There's no way that when you're happy, you're gonna walk around with a frown on your face. It doesn't make sense. The two don't go hand in hand. But when you are hurting, it's easier for you to display hurt. So we have to have a little bit of compassion, find out once we stop it, once we step in and we stop the bully, we then have to try to find a way to confront the bully and find out what's going on with them. A lot of times we hear of these mass shootings and all these terrible acts of violence. You cannot inflict violence if you haven't been trained and taught violence. That anger comes from somewhere. If it's not mental illness, what is it? What brought that on? So have a little bit of compassion for the bullier, because guess what? They're hurting.
Exactly. And let me just tell you this. You're never going to solve your problem by inflicting your problem on someone else.
Never.
That's never going to happen. You got to fix self first, and then you can start to spread love around. The same love that you want, you can spread that same love around. But we have to address the problem first.
Absolutely.
Bullying starts somewhere. A bullier, a person that's sitting around bullying other people, that anger, that pain, it comes from somewhere. As we start to peel back the layers, we'll find out just exactly what's going on with that person. Then it can be stopped.
Absolutely, because let me just tell you this. Love is overpowering. Love rules. It definitely is stronger than hate. Love is stronger than hate. When you treat people with kindness, compassion, and friendliness, it will eventually be reciprocated. No one can be mad at you forever when you're constantly showing smiles and love and happiness and comforting. No one can continue to stay mad at you as bad as they want to. You beat them down slowly but surely with that kindness, with that genuine, sincere love and kindness. It definitely rules and it definitely wins. So we've discussed different forms of bullying for children. However, we all know that there is an adult form of bullying also. Some of you as an adult have been bullied, or you have witnessed bullying by other adults, and that is a very dangerous place to go. When you're adults, we don't handle things like kids do on the playground and fisticuffs. Adults can take it too far and it can get real serious and real ugly real fast. So I'll tell you what, different forms of adult bullying comes in siblings. There's sibling rivalries where one sibling bullies the other. It can take place on a job, at the workplace. You can be bullied by your supervisor or by a coworker. So if you see bullying in the workforce, stand up for that person. If you feel uncomfortable doing so, there's HR. Document the bullying. If you're being made fun of at work, jot it down. Take out a notepad. Date it. Timestamp it, but you've got to get proof more times than not when it's a job situation and you feel like that person has the upper hand because they have longevity over you, or they're a supervisor over you, or maybe it's your boss. Who do I turn to if my boss is the bully? So that's a very difficult situation. I tell you what, like I said, it can be very dangerous. I mean, sometimes people are pushed to a point of no return. You can bully someone so bad on a job that, unfortunately, we're all adults. People leave work, they go home, and they get guns, weaponry, and they come back and they retaliate. So be careful how you treat people, what you say to people, and even you stand-byers, be very careful the role that you play in this as well, because it can be dangerous for you as well. Just because you're not saying anything and you're like, well, I didn't do it, I didn't say it. If you didn't stand up for that person or you didn't try to stop it, you are an enabler. Like Patrick said earlier, you are a part of the problem.
Another form of bullying, you've all heard of it. Road rage. That's something that should never ever happen. Just think about it. When you get into a road rage incident, most 9 times out of 10, you're getting into it with a person who you've never seen before. You've never encountered that person before. They don't know you, you don't know them. So just think about this. It can't be personal because they don't even know you. Just chalk it up as it was just a mistake, they made a mistake, and you let it go on. You go on with your day, you have a great day. But just think, if you decide to race back up beside them to make some kind of big hand movement or gesture, you could be opening up a can that you never wish you would have, because you just never know where stuff like that is going to go. You never know who's in the other car, how far they're willing to take it. So the thing is, don't even go there and you don't have to worry about it. I've come across so many incidents where I could have got into a road rage incident, and Shapprell will tell you, I don't do road rage. It's not because I'm scared of anybody. It's just not worth it. People make mistakes. I might be the person that cut you off. I certainly wouldn't wish anything bad happened to me because I made a mistake and cut you off. We all make mistakes. Just learn to just blow it off. Live to see another day. I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
And that's our take on bullying. Next week's topic is on friendship and the overly used word friends. What's a real friend? Until then, peace and love.